Good day, learners. I am Dr. Putri Afzan Maria Zulkifli, your tutor. Many questions: how best do you apply safety, health, and nutrition in early childhood education? Do you know that all three components, safety, health, and nutrition, are interrelated? No? Yes? How? Well, today we will look into the first topic of this module, that is on a holistic approach to early childhood education environment. At the end of this session, you should be able to define the terms holistic, safety, health, and nutrition in early childhood education environments. Explain the holistic approach to early childhood education environments, and finally, describe the interrelationship between safety, nutrition, and health. Let us look at this figure. Holistic. It means a whole rather than a part of something. In early childhood education, it is of the utmost importance to look at the components together and not as separate parts. These three components, safety, nutrition, and health, form the whole. Safety, if you look here in the picture, it's a state of being safe, freedom from the occurrence or risk of injury, danger, or loss. Whereas nutrition is good for children with variety of nutrition. As for health, according to Mayo Clinic 2013, it was said that nutrition and fitness are the cornerstones of children's health. Overall, can you see the interrelationship between all of these components? We will now look into the next slide. This shows you the 6 aspects in the holistic approach. Well, the Early Head Start National Resource Center 2004 states that health is a primary prerequisite to school readiness and social competence because it provides the foundation from which children can grow, develop, and learn. When a child is sick, hungry, and tired, in an unsafe environment or under emotional stress, the child will not be able to learn and, as a result, will be disadvantaged. If we follow a holistic approach, the child will have a better chance to grow and reach his or her full potential. The figure shows different aspects in the holistic approach. A healthy and safe child will be a happy child and perform well in all areas of development, be it physical, social, environmental, emotional, spiritual, or intellectual. These different aspects interact to support or obstruct good health. What it means is that if one of these areas is impaired or affected, the other aspects are affected as well. For example, if a child is affected physically, the other aspects will also be affected. The World Health Organization (WHO) defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. It encourages us to pay more attention to all aspects of individual development and to the environment to promote health and well-being. Let us now refer to the figure on the screen. I will share with you the various scopes of health, for instance, toddlers and families of Head Start in the US. Firstly, for physical health, the scope of health is considered when there is an absence of illness or injury, there is a regularly scheduled and administered immunizations and well-baby care, including oral health. The nutrition and hygiene are well maintained, and finally, when there exist opportunities for exercise and physical fitness. Next, secondly, we will look into social aspects, social health. The scope of health is considered when there exists a sense of belonging or community. There is the ability to have an effect of the world in work or play, and the ability to sustain intimate relationships. Thirdly, let's look into environmental health. The scope of health is considered through the experience of living, working, and playing in areas that are clean, safe, and pleasant. Fourthly, emotional health. The scope of health is considered when there is ability to cope with stress, the experience of and ability to express a range of emotions, and the ability to engage in meaningful play or work. Fifth, It's the spiritual health involved, the freedom to worship. And finally, last but not least, the intellectual cognitive health. It looks into the ability to concentrate, remember, and solve problems. Okay, let us now look into the importance of the holistic approach. Alright, according to Robertson, 2010, it can no longer be assumed that all of the safety, nutritional, and health needs of children are met at home by parents. Internationally, more than 13 million children younger than 6 years old have mothers in the workforce. What about our situation in Malaysia? Most of these children goes to after-school care or daycare. Most of the time are spent outside of their home. Because of this, a holistic approach seems to be very important and should be taken seriously by early childhood practitioners or service provider. Robertson 2010 reported further that 1. More than 50% of infants are in an early childhood education environment on a regular basis. 2. By the age of 6, a minimum of 82% of children in the United States have received supplemental early childhood education. Third, approximately 6.5 million children over the age of 5 participate in after-school care. 4. A new trend is growing where there is round-the-clock childcare available for parents who work the second and third shifts, and this is also happening in Malaysia. All the points raised by Robertson give us food for thought. It is said further that these factors and areas are interrelated, and a holistic approach considers the development of all these areas necessary for health and well-being. As practitioners, you have the responsibility to ensure that you include all these areas. Why? This is because with good health, unnecessary risks are prevented, such as illness. Furthermore, a lack of good health practices, an unsafe environment, or providing poor nutrition may all contribute to failure in protecting children. Your job will be to create an atmosphere where a child can grow holistically and that all areas are catered for. In the earlier slides, we have looked at the definitions of safety, nutrition, and health. Now let us look at the interrelationship between these three components. As you can see in the cycle, good nutrition has an impact on health in terms of boosting immunity to protect the body from disease or illness. Good nutrition also reduces the incidence of illness, which in turn can lead to an increase in body weight and height. Nutrition and health, here, both of them, influence the growth and development of children in the physical, mental, and social aspects as well as psychology, which indirectly relates to safety issues. For example, our body needs good nutrition to prevent accidents. If you start your day without having breakfast, it can result in low blood sugar, which can in turn lead to a decrease in alertness. Accidents can happen when your reaction time is slow. In another example, being overweight can cause a person to feel tired easily, which can decrease his or her will to exercise. Thus, you need to take in good nutrients for the body to grow and for all body functions to run efficiently. Good nutrition intake leads to more energy, and you will then find strength to exercise. This in turn ensures good reaction time and alertness to accidents. To summarize the whole topic, we have now learned about holistic, safety, health, and nutrition, specifically in the early childhood education environments. I hope that we now understood what holistic means in taking the right direction to ensure the quality of an early childhood education environment. Well, I guess that's all I have for you today. I hope for the best for you. Thank you and bye for now.